everybody to Australian Hypnosis Conference. Today I'm talking to Linda Witchell, and Linda is going to be presenting at AHC, and she's going to be talking about, I've got to make sure I get this right, the psychology of branding, pricing, and selling in your hypnosis business. Linda, take it away, because this is one of those topics that every therapist needs to learn, and some of us don't even realize we're doing it badly.
Yeah, thanks for that. Well, yeah, I used to, until fairly recently,
Mm.
teach on a national hypnosis and counseling course. And so I used to, develop a lot of good people to be counselors and hypnotherapists. But, the number of people that actually go on into business and use those skills is actually, yeah, you're right, really small.
It's really
And
small.
so as a therapist, because I've been doing this a long time myself, I used to keep thinking, what is it that makes it so difficult to
Mm.
get clients to be able to move forward in life and to do what we all want to do, which is help people?
Mm.
And so, as part of my studies, I mean, I've got a master's in psychology and hypnosis. I started to tease around and think, yeah, I wonder what's going on here.
What's the block?
So, this is why I decided to talk on this subject, because I think a lot of therapists out there, they're a bit worried about this thing called pricing. They ask me questions like, well, what should I charge? Should I start off really, really cheap to get lots of people?
Yes.
And somebody else down the road is actually charging a lot more than me, but I think I can charge so much more. What do you think, Linda?
It's that
And so,
comparison thing, isn't it?
yeah, you're right. And so I thought, you know what? I love the work I do, and I get clients. I've been getting clients now for over 18 years, and I need to pass on that information.
Mm.
And what I've learned so much now is that it's about behavior, what you do and what you don't do as a therapist that will attract people to your business. So
Yes.
I really want to share that
Mm.
and to be able to make you think in a completely different way and say, ah, you know what? I think I could just do that one little thing that would be really easy and it might make a
Quick.
big difference.
Yes, yes, I love that idea. So when people come to your talk, when the therapists arrive and when they come and sit down to listen to you, what are they going to walk away with?
Well, I actually think it starts before the client even walks in the room to see me.
Mm.
Because we all talk about that process of pre-talk before you actually start your therapy, but
Mhm.
I believe the pre-talk has already started before you've even opened your mouth. So it's all about what
Especially
goes
with your
on in
branding.
that's it. It's what goes on in social media. It's what you put on your website. It's when people walk in my door, or I do a lot of online work now, when people actually buy my service, they already know what they're getting and they're already signed up mentally and believe that I'm going to be the person that's going to be able to help them. So
Mm.
when they walk in, or whether they connect online, they know the service is about change to make them feel better. And that's why I call my business Awaken the Change.
I love it. I love it. I've stalked you. Honestly, I have. Okay. Do you think that sometimes the therapists, like, especially when they're starting out, they get too wrapped up in the jargon of SEO words and stuff like that. And by the time you've read like what their session does, you think, what?
Yeah.
I still, what? Do you
Mm.
think they get wrapped up in that?
I think you're right, because there's so many marketers out there that are trying to sell them a new course, a new way of working, as something
Keys to
that's going to solve
success.
all their problems about learning SEO and about business.
Hmm.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned that's really important, and that's business is about you.
Mm.
It's not just about yeah, the SEO words you use. Of course, they are important, but remember, these things are changing all the time. Google's changing its algorithms, and certainly at the moment with the introduction of AI,
Yes.
it's making things look very different.
Mm.
So we have to keep up with these things, but not get obsessed with them.
Yeah, don't
It's
get wrapped up
about,
in it.
yeah, I think it's about authenticity. It's about quality of the information that you give to people.
Mm. And do you think also that some therapists, like, they kind of get so wrapped up in the branding and the psychology and stuff that it becomes just too much, so it ends up stopping them from just doing the work, like working in the business rather than on the business?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the way I work is that marketing and the business has to go alongside the therapy work. So
Yes.
you're not going to get the therapy if you don't do the business and the marketing. But
Hmm.
there again, if you just do the marketing, you're not going to get what you really want to do, and that's help people. So it
Mm.
has to go side by side.
Yeah.
And my way of working is I do a little bit of marketing, whether it's social media or something to do with my website every single day, but I
Mm.
still do clients every day.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
Yep.
getting that balance.
Definitely. And honestly, I think that those that attend your talk are going to walk away with a wealth of knowledge because, we come into this industry because we want to be healers or because something happened to us and we don't want other people to go through that trauma like we did, or to reach out, say, look, there's someone here. But then, I don't know about you, but I come from a small country town. And if you were the massage therapist, you were just the massage therapist. That was it. Well, now
Mm,
you've got to be the massage therapist, the marketer, the brander, the accountant,
mm.
and finding that balance with you when people come to your talk will be vitally crucial to avoid burnout. Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I come from a fairly big town in the UK,
Hmm.
and because I've been teaching hypnotherapy and counseling for so many years, my town is absolutely swamped with hypnotherapists.
Yes.
And, so what makes us different? What gets us the clients?
Mm.
Well, the first thing is we're not all the same. And it
Mm.
doesn't matter if we've all say trained in the same place. We're not the same. We've got different backgrounds. We've got different experiences. We've got different beliefs about things.
Mm.
And so we're not the same. And so even though there's probably, let's say, guess off the top of my head, let's say 150 hypnotherapists in my area,
Whoa.
it's not going to stop me from getting clients, and
Yeah.
it's not going to stop me from getting clients from around the world,
I
because
love
it's
that.
all about the way you work and
I
how and the things you believe in.
I love that. Many years ago, I used to play soccer, and there was a guy there that played soccer with me, and he was a hairdresser. And he said to me how he's going to start up another hair salon in Mount Gambier, which is a small-ish kind of town. And he said to me how he was going to start up with it. And then one of the other guys that was playing soccer came over, and he's like, "Oh, don't we have enough hairdressers?" And I turned to Reiko because he was the guy that was going to do the hairdressing. And I turned to Reiko and I said, do it, and do it
Mm,
your way. I said, because there's always another cafe that's going to open. There's always going to be another supermarket that opens. You know, at what stage do you go, oh, there's enough hairdressers, we don't need any more? That's rubbish thinking to me. It's the same
mm,
with us hypnotherapists. There are not
yeah.
enough of us. It's as simple as that.
That's right. There's plenty of work out there. And what I did, which was a bit different in my town, is that you see, hypnotherapists, they're not very how can I say, visible like they are in Oz. I mean, in Oz, you can walk down a high street and you'll see somebody with a sign up says hypnotherapy. Now that doesn't happen really in the UK.
Oh, wow.
It's all a little bit more behind the scenes. But what I decided when I yeah, got my premises is I bought an old shop and I covered the whole window in stuff to do with hypnotherapy, counseling, coaching. And all my counseling friends went, "Oh my goodness, Linda, you can't do that. People won't want to discuss their personal things if they've got to walk into this shop that's got it all plastered over the window." But you know what? That's rubbish. They
It's
all come to
rubbish.
see me. And in fact, we've got double-decker buses that go past my shop, and I see people taking a photograph of the front of my shop to
Yep,
pass on to their friends. So
love
it's
it.
marketing.
Yeah, and they know what they're getting then, because when I first started out, I had a gigantic SUV and I got hypnosis written down the sides. And one of the people that were teaching me at the time, I took some really bad advice from, and they were like, "Don't waste your money on your vehicle and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "No, no, no, I want to invest." And I literally went to buy a lamp off Facebook for $10. And as I drove down one of the streets, I picked up the lamp, got into the car, and this lady ran across the road saying, "I've always wanted hypnosis, but I didn't know where to find it." And
Yeah,
she saw my car and ran me down. And I was just like, "Oh my
yeah.
gosh, this
That's
person wants it."
great.
Like, yeah, I honestly, I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be fabulous listening to you talking about branding and that business stuff, specifically for hypnosis as well, and
That's right.
allowing that those that attend your talk that ease and the thought pattern to go, "You know what, I can do this.
Yeah.
Don't have to
And
get wrapped up in it."
what I'd like to also say is that
Mhm.
I'm going to give you real practical stuff
Yeah.
because, I've got lots of stories. I've got lots of things that I've done that have worked or maybe haven't worked. And I just want to help other therapists
Mm,
to actually get out there and do the job without making some of the mistakes that I made along the way. And I
mm.
think once you understand people's behavior, the psychology behind it, it's so much easier to say, you know what? I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Fantastic. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Bring on November. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Linda is coming all the way from the UK, and we're going to have a blast. It's going to be absolutely so much fun. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you at the conference. Bye bye.
Bye.